I'm so excited about this trip. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. Now the only problem is we've got a river to cross and it's pretty high because it's been raining and snowing for the last couple of days. So my special guest, she's down there, that's my sister, and we're just looking to see if we can find a better place to cross. A better place is a wider spot where it's shallower. What we're going to do is we're going to head up to a mountain lake, to a tarn that's up the top at the bush line, and I'm hoping that we get a nice view with all the snow. So there should be a bit of snow up there still. It is an area that's in the sun, but we should catch some of the snow, and it should be an absolutely incredibly beautiful spot to camp tonight. Just making our way back up the bank of the river because we had to come down about 500 meters to find a suitable spot to cross. So just heading back up before we pick up the track up into the valley. We've made great progress. We are getting really close to the top. But I just had to stop and film because it's so beautiful around here with that thin layer of snow, and it's all melting off the trees and dropping like rain. It's absolutely gorgeous. And there's these little icicle stalactites, call them stalactites, underneath all the logs and trees. So beautiful. Right, well, the climb is unrelenting. We are still going up. So we've been going for almost 2 hours of really, really steady uphill climbing. We're ready for a little bit of lighter walking. So it's going to ease off soon, and we track around on a bit of a flatter bit, and then there's a final climb to get up to the campsite. So apart from some beautiful filming of gorgeous things, which I just have to do, I'll see you up there. It's just peppered with waterfalls everywhere, isn't it? Definitely different to when I came here last time. This was all dry. Look at this beautiful snow. Haha, looks like a face. Woo! Shall we get her? Gotta catch up first. Oh no! That was pathetic. Oh, it's too far away. We're about 2 minutes away. Final push. Last little bit before we reach the campsite. I recognise it from last time. There was no snow last time, but I remember this open area, which we have right here. Beautiful snow. Right, got to catch up with my sister. Show her where to go. So when we get there, the plan of attack is to get the tent set up quick, smart, and then I'm going to go and gather some firewood. I want to do that before it starts to get dark. I want to be nicely prepared tonight because it's going to get very cold and we want to have a nice roaring fire. I can't wait. Oh, let's do it. Here we are. Woohoo. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Gosh, there's a lot of snow on the ground. It's pretty wet. It's one snowed in fireplace, but we'll make it work. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. I think I'm going to hang my pack up just so it doesn't get wet. First things first, jacket. I feel bits of snow down the back of my top, just from coming through the vegetation that's got all that snow on it, and just as you bash through it all just falls down on you and ends up down the back of your pack, between your pack and your clothes. So I decided in the end to cross the river with my boots on because I found the water so cold and the stones so spiky that I was actually worried I was going to slip over. So I decided to opt for wet boots. And I really regret it now because I don't know, I didn't regret it at the time, but now I'm going to have very cold feet. I've got some down booties, but I can't walk around here in down booties with all this snow. Alright, anyway, enough complaining, time to get the tent set up. So the first thing I'm going to do is clear the snow out of the way. I shouldn't need a whole lot of space because I've only got the little orange tent today. The CAMPFIRE Atom. One person. Could be slightly dry. Right, so I've packed quite light for this trip because we're going uphill. I didn't want to slog up here with too much gear, so I haven't brought a seat. Haha. I also didn't bring a seat because my sister doesn't have a seat. Didn't want to be elite, you know, the only one with a seat. But there is a lot of snow, so we're going to have to find a nice big dry log, which is going to be next to impossible around here, or maybe some nice rocks. So a bit of electronics here, a little bit of firelighting kit, food, tiny portion, someone else carried a lot of my food, my Sherpa, cooker and gas bottle, brought with me the Firemaple Star X1 cooking system, cup, didn't bring a bowl, I'm just going to eat out of the pot, like a savage. Lantern, Firemaple as well actually, Firemaple orange lantern. Poles, pegs, mat, sleeping bag. Oh, what is that? Phew. Silky Pocket Boy Outback saw. Now I want to show you guys something. So in there is all of my squashable stuff, all of my clothing, my tent. That's a hot water bottle on the top, can you believe it? And it takes up hardly any space in my pack. That's because I vacuum sealed it. So the bag's from, oh, so terrible with names. Flextail. The bag is from Flextail. So I bought myself a Flextail gear pump, but I think it's called a tiny pump, and I might have shown it to you guys before, but it's fantastic for inflating my air mattresses, and it's fantastic for blowing fire on, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, blowing air onto the fire to get it really burning well. But the other thing it's great for is it's got a light, it's got a built-in lantern. And then, so I bought that pump myself, and then they approached me and asked me if I would like to try one of the vacuum bags. And I thought that would be a good idea actually, because one of the things that I struggle with is having enough space in my pack, and I'm always squashing everything down. So what I've done is vacuumed all of my clothing, my tent, all of that. I'm going to have to open the bag to be able to get it out, because it's actually sort of like vacuumed into the shape of my pack, and I'm not sure that I can pull it out. Oh, my toes are getting really cold. Are they? Yeah. Have you got warm socks? I've got dry socks, but they'll get wet being in my boots. Okay. So, no, I'm okay. Just got to get a fire going soon. So nice to be setting up a tent in the dry. It's normally pouring with rain. I'm a sucker for punishment. starting to think about the mulled wine. It's not too early to think about wine, is it? Past 12 o'clock. Oh yeah. Yep, so we've brought some mulled wine with us, the makings of it, and that is going to be amazingly delicious and warming. Yeah. Can I borrow your pump? Of course. So this little guy has already come in handy. Inflating my sister's mat. Okay, I'm going to inflate my mat. I normally don't do it until it gets dark because I'm normally a bit lazy and I normally just can't be bothered. I'm so tired when I get to camp that the last thing I feel like doing is setting everything up in my tent, but actually it's really nice to do it when you first arrive because then it's done. You don't have to think about it later. I love it when tents have got this little pocket that you can tuck the door into. And put my mat cover up there as well. As I'm setting up, my eyes are scouting around looking for dry wood. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. Probably need to go on a bit of an adventure, go on and explore the area and see what I can find in the way of standing deadwood. So the trouble is, usual story, it's really wet. But where you've got wood that's dead, oh, the top of that is dead. But where you've got wood that's dead, it's either too chunky, and I haven't got an axe with me, or it's rotten. So a lot of the dead wood rots. So like this one here in front of us, That's just too chunky because I haven't got an axe to chop that. But also there's no guarantee that's even dry, because it's so wet around here. Oh well, go for a bit of a wander. Isn't the lake beautiful? Are you happy to saw away while I get it going? Yes. Cheers. Ah, I tell you, hot mulled wine on a night like this, it's just amazing. Right, so I'm going to admit to my failing. So if you've watched my channel before, you know that there's always a fail. Or if you've ever gone camping before, you'll know there's always a fail. It's so hard to get everything right, especially when you, I don't know, when you can't really predict every situation. But I should have predicted how much gas I had in my gas canister, because I knew how much gas there was. No, I did actually. I lie. I did know that we needed to stop and get another gas bottle, but I forgot. So, trusty Firemaple Star X1 cooker to the rescue. I don't know that this is what it's designed for. In fact, I know it isn't what it's designed for, but I've taken the cover off it and I've just got it right on the edge. Don't trust myself now. Right on the edge here, heating up from the fire. Probably could go in there. Dun, dun, dun. We'll soon find out. So there's a tiny bit of gas in the gas bottle. We used some of it for the mulled wine because, you know, priorities. But I just want to make sure there's enough for breakfast in the morning, because we probably won't light a fire in the morning. Looks fine. So we'll use the fire while we've got it, and we'll save the last of the gas for coffee and porridge. Sis, are you okay not to put the seasoning in?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking we just go with the seasoning of the
It's
stew.
got enough random flavours in there as it is.
So what is it? It's a mix of two, isn't it? It's like a jungle curry and a
red curry?
and a red curry. Amazing. So yeah, it's full of like chickpeas and tofu and vegetables, and then we just chuck it in 2-minute noodles. Do you reckon 1 pack or 2?
What's it looking like?
Well, at the moment I probably couldn't fit another one in unless I crushed it up, but I kind of think too we brought them and it'll give us more
Then you don't
food.
have to carry it out.
Oh yeah, because they're really heavy. No, I think you're right actually. I think we should put 2 in. Yeah, put 2 in. It's boiling really well. Oh. I need to warm my feet up. They're warm enough. They are warm enough, but it's going to be quite hard to warm them up properly if they're not warm when I get into bed. I almost need to get a bit closer and put them up on that rock. It's not going to be a pretty sight. Tell you what is a pretty sight though, everything around here is absolutely beautiful. Hopefully I've captured some nice footage of the area and you guys have got a feel of what it's like. It's dinner time. Firemaple, Puka, the billy has coped really well with the fire, which is great, because I know it's not what it's designed for. And we've just got the last few bits of dry wood that we can find in this area. My sister's just gone out to just see what else she can find. We just want to have a little bit of a fire while we eat our dinner. We're going to heat up some water afterwards for some hot water bottles and a hot drink. I don't think it's bedtime actually. Hope you guys are enjoying the trip. Dinner was so lovely, it was so hearty. And it's so nice having another person on my camps because I'm normally on my own. I've been doing these camps for my channel for just over a year. And I've never had anybody come along on one of my trips, but it's actually been really nice. My sister's down there washing the dishes and getting the water for the fire to heat up for our hot water bottles. I'm staying put because I'm keeping my feet warm. I'm going to put my socks and down booties on and just sit here by the fire until it's time for bed. Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for coming along on this trip with me and with my sister. And yes, sorry that Indi couldn't join us. She will be on the next trip. I will make sure of it. Don't you worry. I will make sure of it. But she's back at home having fun, so you don't need to worry about her. Thank you guys so much for your support. I've just had some amazing support from people. There's so many ways people support me. Wonderful comments, liking the video, sharing it with other people, leaving really lovely comments. Did I just say that? I love the comments and I answer every comment. I really appreciate them, you guys. So please feel free to drop me a line. Say hi. Just recently, there's been some really generous people who have bought Indi and I some camping treats on Buy Me a Coffee, and also left us some really nice donations on Super Thanks. So I just wanted to say thank you so very much. You guys know who you are, all those people that support us financially, and I really appreciate it. This is very time consuming and really expensive to do. There's so much gear that's needed, and there's always something that's breaking, there's always something going wrong, so the support really helps. So thank you so very much. Man, those frogs are going crazy. It's a beautiful morning. The only thing is there's quite a lot of cloud. Low cloud. You can see the sun just starting to appear over there on the mountains. So we're going to make a coffee and then go for a walk and see if we can get a bit of view. Gosh, this is fast. Just as well, because we are on minute gas rations. Oh dear. Don't fail. I'm just trying to keep the gas canister warm, because in these conditions, in these cold conditions, the gas doesn't perform very well. So I've kept the gas canister in my sleeping bag overnight, and then I've just made a little nest for it with my sleeping bag liner. Oh, there's nothing quite like that morning coffee when you're camping. If you're a coffee person, that morning coffee when you're camping is amazing. So this is what this spot is all about, the view. We didn't really get a chance to enjoy it last night because we were just cold and tired and needed to get a fire set up. So camp is down there through the trees. Oh, isn't that beautiful? So we've taken our coffees with us. Going in search of a morning view to share with you guys. Not as much chit chat from me in this video, which you might be appreciating, or maybe not. Yes, I've got company. Nothing quite like a whole bunch of filming lights and me sitting and talking to the camera to ruin the mood of an awesome camp with someone else. So I'm sure you understand. But hopefully you're really appreciating the scenery of this trip, because this is incredible. I'm just filming on my iPhone at the moment because I'm walking. My Sony camera's quite tricky to film with on the move, so I'll set that up once we get to the top and give you guys some good footage, hopefully. So I've just put the oats in for the porridge, and I think it is just going to scrape through as enough gas. So the story is I meant to stop and get another gas cylinder. Might have already told you that. But never mind, it actually worked out quite well. I feel really bad for that Firemaple cooker. I mean, we couldn't not have a hot meal last night. It was too cold. So I've kind of sacrificed it. But gear needs to be able to do that. It needs to be able to be adaptable, and I'm really pleased that I was able to put that over the fire. So when I get home, I will scrub that meticulously and get it clean again. So yeah, that is a win for that Firemaple Star X1 cooker. I'm really pleased I was able to do that. Okay, so the story is here. I am going to compress down all of my soft stuff using that Flex Tail Tiny Pump and their bag. I didn't realise I was getting ones this big, so this is the medium, 70 by 50 centimetres. I should have just measured it, hey, I would have known. But I mean, that's actually a pretty good size for a whole lot of stuff. But I probably need smaller ones that I can just have like about that size. So I might get some small ones from them. But I'll give you a wee demo of how it works. That's cool. I guess because it's actually designed for this piece of equipment, it screws on. How's the porridge going?
Good. I think I've turned it up though. I'm trying to turn it down.
Yeah, is it catching on a wee bit?
Yeah, on the bottom.
Yeah. We could probably even just let it sit for a bit, although it might be quite nice to try and boil off a little bit of that water. Is it really soupy?
Yeah, but I think it will thicken up. Is it, it's not like majorly.
Yeah.
I think if I turn it off and leave it sitting.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. We'll just finish our pack up and then maybe have breakfast and then pack up the last of the food things. Look at my nifty little vacuum seal bag.
Nice.
So that little pump that I loaned you last night also vacuums.
Is that a product plug?
Oh, this one. I actually bought this one myself. They sent me these, but I bought this myself because I'd seen other people using it and saw how useful it was.
I use dry bags, then I squish all the air out and put them down.
Yeah, yeah.
That serves the same function.
Yeah, it does. Hey.
Because it's waterproof too. Main thing is the waterproofness.
Oh, yes. Right, all packed up and ready to go. Thanks for coming along on this trip, you guys. I hope you had a wonderful time. If you haven't subscribed and you want to see more of my content, make sure you subscribe. And feel free to leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. I have got another trip planned, and this time it's with Indi, so you'll be pleased to know that she'll be coming along on that trip with me. And we're heading into summer, so I've got some lovely summer adventures planned. Just have to wait for this New Zealand weather to catch up with my plans. So I will see you guys out on the next trip. Have a great day. Till next time. Bye.